Hi, I'm Jennifer from Adult Services, here today to share with you some books that put a new spin on romance. Each one is part of a series with equally entertaining books, and whether you prefer historical or contemporary stories, you'll find something to enjoy. First, the book The Rogue of Fifth Avenue by Joanna Shupe, the first in the Uptown Girls series, takes you to Gilded Age New York. Frank Tripp, lawyer to the wealthy, finds a client's daughter, Mamie Green, winning big at a gambling house, and then pickpocketing her fellow players. Mamie intends to help the poor in New York's tenements with her winnings and thefts, and she's willing to risk the rough streets and dangerous situations to do it. Frank understands her motives. His secret is that he himself came from a poverty-stricken upbringing. But for the sake of his client, he follows Mamie in the hopes of protecting her. What neither of them expects is to fall in love. This series of 3 books features all 3 of the Green daughters, all of whom are independent-minded and who fall for unsuitable, self-made men. The second book in the series is The Prince of Broadway, and the final book, just recently released, is The Devil of Downtown. All of the books offer a glimpse at the glittering excess of wealthy New Yorkers in the 1890s, the corrupt police force and political machine, and the grinding poverty of the tenements. And if you like your romance on the steamy side, you're sure to find it here. The next historical romance I'd like to share is Brazen and the Beast by Sarah MacLean, the second in the Bareknuckle Bastard books. Lady Henrietta Sedley, or Hattie to her friends, has decided that since she's turning 29 and is unmarried, she is declaring the Year of Hattie, in which she plans to pursue her goals in business, home, fortune, and future. She's determined to take over her father's shipping business and set herself up as an independent woman. The Year of Hattie kicks off, though, with an unconscious and bound and very handsome man in her carriage. She awakens him, frees him, and pushes him out of the carriage, completely unaware that she has just encountered the Beast, one of the self-appointed kings of the underworld of London. He tracks her down, seeking revenge from his unknown captor, and he bargains with Hattie knowledge about what happened to him in exchange for helping her reach her goals. As they begin to work together, they learn more about each other and discover that their goals clash and then eventually align. In this book, MacLean has created a heroine who accepts herself as she is, plus-sized, lacking in romantic attachments, intelligent, clever, and really good at business, and shows how she can overcome obstacles and seize the future she wants, even when that future takes her from the life she has always known. The dialogue is loaded with wit, the romance is passionate, and the happily ever after is one you'll want to cheer. The first book in the Bareknuckle Bastard series is Wicked and the Wallflower, and the last book, Daring and the Duke, has just been released. For contemporary romance, Lyssa K. Adams is writing a series in which romance novels play a big part. The first book, The Bromance Book Club, introduces the reader to a group of Nashville men, from sports stars to entrepreneurs, who want to improve their marriages and relationships by reading romance novels to learn what women want and how to communicate their own feelings. In the second book, Undercover Bromance, Liv Papandreou watches her culinary career blow up as she confronts her boss for harassing a young staff member. Liv wants revenge, and she accepts the help of Braden Mack, hotshot nightclub owner and member of the Bromance Book Club. He's studied romance novels for relationship tips, though he has yet to manage to keep a relationship going, and he's inspired by his latest read to act as Liv's protector. Trouble is, Liv's pretty independent and doesn't want a man to protect her. and they clash several times before realizing that the sparks they strike off each other are actually attraction and passion. Both characters are rather prickly, but as they become more comfortable with each other, they start to let down their guards and reveal the pain that caused them to be so defensive. And the best part of this series comes from the banter between the bros at the book club. Finally, Get a Life, Chloe Brown is the first in a contemporary series from British author Talia Hibbert. Chloe comes from a wealthy family that has been extra protective since an accident left her with chronic physical illness and related mental health issues. But she's ready to get a life of her own, with her own apartment and a list of adventures to get her out of her comfort zone. Chloe needs a guide to her own wild side, though, and that's where her apartment maintenance guy, Redford Morgan, comes in. She's not a stalker, honest, but her apartment offers a perfect view into his apartment where she can see him painting and creating art at night. There's more to learn about him, of course, including why he resents her wealth, why he hides his art, and why having a relationship is a challenge. Chloe's sarcasm and Red's sweetness somehow come together in a satisfying, sexy romance. While Chloe initially comes off as abrasive, the disability representation in her character is handled in a realistic and matter-of-fact way, so the reader comes away with a better understanding instead of pity. Hibbert continues the series with Chloe's sister's story in Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and I enjoyed that book even more. All of these books are in the collection here at the Worcester branch, so if you're interested in reading them, call us to request them. You can also find the ebooks on Overdrive, and there are many more new romances coming out every month with a little something for everyone. So let us know if there's something else you'd like us to find. Happy reading your happily ever afters.